Hi guys, so welcome to the sixth workout video. Crazy that it's the sixth one already. I hope you're still enjoying it and seeing some progress. So today we are trying to up the reps a bit if we can, maybe trying to progress on some new exercises, more challenging ones if we can, if we feel ready. It's going to be a really bit of a tougher balance set. We're going to try and do more reps there, really focus. And yeah, so let's get straight into it. So warming up, same as always. Okay, so running on the spot, nice and light on the feet. Touching your knees to your hands and into jumping jacks. Nice light on the toes, core tucked in, looking straight ahead. Breathing out through it, back into running on the spot. Pump those arms. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Okay. And now we're going to go into our deep squat. Okay. So feet pointing straight ahead, shoulders nice down away from the ears, glutes engaged, core engaged. Hands out in front of you and squatting back. So really like as if you're sitting into a chair here, making sure those knees don't come over your toes, driving through the hips, looking straight ahead. Go for another 5 here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, good job. Now into our world's greatest stretch. So this warm-up is quite short. I'm aware, so if you feel that you need a bit more of a warm-up, by all means go ahead. Maybe a little short jog or something as well. Get the blood pumping. This is really just to get us into this workout for today and fit it all into an hour. Okay, so really pushing that knee out here, pushing the ground away with our opposite hand and looking just straight ahead, really pushing out that knee here with the elbow. And now we're going to go elbow to heel and looking straight back up. So extending our hand to the ceiling, following our gaze if you can. Wait, your phone always falls out with this one. Knee to elbow. Another 1 time. And following your gaze back up. Really feeling that nice stretch along the pecs and returning that foot, making sure you're keeping that nice alignment with the back. Okay, and now we're going to be pushing out again. So pushing that knee out with our elbow, pushing the ground away with our hand, and looking straight ahead. Suck that belly button in towards the spine. Pulse out here. And again, elbow to heel. Might get those few cracking air bubbles there. Elbow to heel and up. For 2. Following your gaze if you can. And 1, good job. Returning that foot back, maintaining that strong position, and baby steps back up. sending those hips back up. And curling, curling, curling. Really nice long neck. And shrugging the shoulders at the top. Okay, good job. So that should get your blood pumping a bit and everything again. If you want to do a longer warm-up, definitely do. And you may need to. Okay, but for now, for us, for this video, we're gonna get into our activation set. So we're gonna do some wall angels to start off with. Okay, so back against the wall. We can stand against the wall, do it like this. If we're not very used to this exercise, or else if we want more of a challenge, we can squat down, bring that challenge a bit more into the glutes. So feet in train tracks, back, up against the wall, flush with the wall, and bring your hands up to 90 degrees. Everything should be flush with the wall, including your head. And again, just lifting and lowering here. Arms up overhead. Trying to keep everything on the wall as usual. So engaging that core, making sure the lower back is keeping contact. Do just a few rounds here. If you need to do stand up, I'm gonna show you as well. You can move your hands out to the side as well, just getting into different muscles here. And of course, all the time, not letting your head jut forward or your arms jut forward. And as you feel they are, stop and return. So only moving as far as you can without compromising that quality of movement. Okay, and we're gonna stand up here. I think that's enough for that one. And another activation pose, we're gonna do clamshells. So this is an old reliable here for activation, but very effective. So head in your hand, and you are going to have your shoulders stacked, hips stacked, knees stacked, and a straight line from your head to your feet. Okay, and you're just gonna lift and lower with that top knee. Oh, and of course your band, I'm sorry. I did forget. So make sure to be using your band. And if you feel as if you should be increasing the resistance throughout the weeks, great. Great that you're getting that improvement as well. Or if you're using a pair band, you can knot it tighter. Okay, so again, just lifting and lowering that top knee. Make sure the band is comfortable around your knees. Okay, again, not rocking back with that top hip. Sucking that belly button in. Okay, and now we're gonna just lift those 2 feet and lift and lower here again, making sure everything is staying stacked, not lifting those feet up too high. This rolls the hip forward a bit too much. Should only be an inch or 2 off the ground. Only lifting that top knee. Okay, and then to box clam. So knee up, foot down, knee down. Really testing our control here. This can be the most challenging for a lot of people. Just keeping that knee up as we return the heel down. Really getting into that glute med. So we'll just do another 5. Counted a bit too early there. 4, and 3, really squeezing that glute, 2, and 1. Good job. Okay, now we're actually going to do some of the leg circles. So if you keep that bottom leg bent back behind you, and you're just going to extend that top leg, lifting up to about hip height, and just flex that foot. So extending the toes back up towards your head, and you're just going to go make small little circles, rotating clockwise to start with. Small little circles, making sure you're keeping those hips stacked, shoulders stacked, keeping that hip forward. Small little baby circles, try and slow them down a bit. Really getting into that side glute muscle there. Okay, and now for each circle, you're going to increase its size just a tiny bit, say by like a centimeter each time. And paint gradually bigger circles here. Over and back, staying clockwise if you can. Suck in that core. Okay, and pause here at hip height, lift up. And we're going to go backwards. So backward circles here. Really feeling it here and increasing that circle size, not lowering too much. Okay, until you're doing the biggest circles that you can with your foot. Nice, slow and controlled here. Not moving that hip back. And pause at hip height and slowly lower. Good job. So that gets the burn on quite a bit with that glute med muscle. Again, if you find that is just too much, just stick with the clamshells. Okay, again, same thing this side. Feet together, heels glued together. And we're just going to be lifting that top knee to start with. Everything in line from your head to your feet. Your heels, I should say. Everything in line. Everything stacked up. Staying nice, slow and controlled, especially on the way back down. Breathing out through it. Okay, and now into the feet up. So just about an inch or two, keeping them at that level. Keeping the hips stacked. Glue those heels together. There, 8, 7, 6. Keep that hip forward. 4, 3, 2, 1. And now into box clams. Oh, that earphone. Okay. So knee up, foot down, knee down. Foot down, knee down. Again, just a few of these. And we'll get into the leg circles. Try not to bring that bottom foot up to make it easier for yourself. Okay, keeping that core in. Be another one here. Okay, and into the leg circle. So keeping that bottom leg bent, top leg extended at hip height, and foot flexed. Okay, small baby little circles here. This leg might be a bit more tired as it was still kind of working from the last movement. Okay, baby circles and increasing in size each time marginally. Painting those nice smooth circles if you can. Okay, and reverse. Baby circle to start with. Ooh, this side is tougher. Okay, increasing in size. Ooh. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, good job, good job. Oh, that really gets in there into that muscle. Okay. And we will start with our balance set today. So what's in store today? Okay, so now we're going to get into balance / leg set. So a bit different this week. Then we're going to go arms, core, and our challenge at the end. So let's get into the balance leg set. Okay, so starting off with our pattern posture pose as usual. Oh, so okay, I think the camera is definitely at the wrong angle. Pattern posture pose. Back here. So again, if you're more comfortable, starting at the start, so you're going to have your feet in train tracks, pointing forward, hip width apart, arms outstretched, and sitting up on your sit bones, nice neutral posture. And if you're comfortable just doing this, just lifting the heels, you can start from here. And if you're finding that okay, no challenge. If you're not wobbling with the ball at all, just try lifting one leg at a time, up and down, without the balance ball swaying, if you can. Another challenge is to add in that dynamic arm movement. So opposite arm, opposite leg. Just getting that bit of instability in there. So our body has to figure out a way to stabilize and avoid falling. Okay. Oh, nice, slow and controlled, firing up those lower abdominals. Breathing through it, we'll just do another 1 and 2. Well done. Okay, so that'll get us started there. Then we're going to go into our set. So we have physio ball, bridges, single leg deadlift, and lunges. So we are going to do 3 sets of these exercises, and we're going to try and increase our reps a bit from the last day. So depending how many reps you were doing for the previous set, maybe try and increase your reps by about 2. So that would probably be about 10 to 12 reps from what I've been telling you from the other week. So let's get into that now. So physio ball bridges, basically just your normal bridge, except your 2 feet are going to be on the physio ball. If you're not comfortable with this yet, do just keep practicing the normal bridge. And if you want to get more of the hamstrings in there, without having the instability of the physio ball, then you can just use a raised bench or a little chair. Okay, so let's get straight into it. So digging those heels into the physio ball, make sure your ribs are tucked in, nice engaged core, belly button in towards the spine. And we're just gonna lift our hips up, squeezing the glutes at the top and lowering. So aiming here for about 10 to 12 reps. We're doing 3 sets this time. So really trying to minimize Any wobbling around with the physio ball. Lifting and lowering. Really squeezing the glutes at the top. Keeping that back nice and straight. Really feel this across your hamstrings here. So pushing into those heels. And 10, hold on the 10th one. 3, 2, 1, and slowly back down. Well done. Okay, so we did that for our leg set, I think, last week, but it's equally a balance exercise because you're trying not to wobble too much with the exercise ball. So, yeah, that can be a challenge there. Okay, so into our single leg deadlift now. Right. So we're going to do the toe taps again this week. Alternatively, you can do single leg deadlift and reach, or you can go with your exercise band, your TheraBand, to just get a bit more resistance in there. But I'm just going to be doing the toe tap this week. So if you can, try and do that variation and challenge yourself there with the crossover movement. Okay, floating a leg up, both glutes engaged, core engaged, hinging from the hips. 10 to 12 reps here. Try and aim for more than you did last week. Okay, if you lose your balance. Okay, good job, opposite side. Keep breathing into it. Hinging from the hips. Keep that slight bend in the knee, not locking it out. Okay, good job. Now back into our forward or reverse lunge. So we're going to start here with our forward lunge. All right, so going to be lunging into 90 degrees, so lunging forward and pushing back up with your foot. Forward and pushing back up with the foot. And here, just trying not to move forward too much with your knee. So don't have it going above your toes. So really keeping that alignment here, keeping that nice strong core. And pushing back up that front foot again. So again, about 10 reps each side here. Keeping that strong core. You can have your hands on your hips. Back knee should be just about touching the floor or nearly. Should be at 90 degrees. Keeping those legs staggered, so not on a straight line. Good job. Okay, now that's our first set done. So take a breather if you need to. And we're going to go back into our physio ball bridges. Okay. So physio ball bridges. Getting ready. Two feet on the physio ball and driving up through those hips. Nice stable core. Ribs tucked in, so not flaring those ribs out as you reach full extension with the hips. Moving slower on the way back down and try and move both hips together rather than kind of jolting up unevenly. Okay, good job. Now into our single leg deadlift. Okay. Nice stable core. Sides. Good job. Okay, back into lunges, forward lunges, and go. Alternatively, you can do the reverse lunges like we did last week. If you find that there's too much pressure on your knees, the reverse lunges are a good alternative. Just lessen the load there. Again, 10 reps each side. Okay, I think that's about 10 reps each. Okay, and back into our final set of our physio ball bridges. Thank God. Okay, both feet on the physio ball. Tight core, ribs tucked in, and driving those hips up. Keeping that physio ball as stable as possible. Really achieving that through a nice strong core. Moving the hips together and squeezing the weight. Final one of these, make a count, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly back down, well done. Okay. Again, just doing the bridges on a bench or just the normal bridges is fine. Stick to your own level. Okay, now deadlift for the last time. Okay, so floating and opposite toe or ankle tap. Jab, side. Okay, good job. And now into our lunges again. So forward lunges if you can, and reverse lunges as well as a regression. Okay, forward lunges, let's go. So really keeping that nice stable core, squeezing the glutes, pushing up through that front foot, feet and train tracks pointing straight ahead. Knees to 90 degrees, each rep. By side. Good job. Okay, so that's our balance and leg set done. Bit of a change there. It's nice to kind of mix it up as well. So next we're going to be going into our arm sets. So we're going to be doing mini band pulses, which are a bit new for today. Single arm row, also new, and the traditional push-ups, because always important to work on those. So again, we're going to be doing 3 sets of these and about 10 to 12 reps each, depending on your level. Again, try and increase your reps as the weeks go by. Keep challenging yourself. So I'll start with the pulses. Okay, so we're going to be coming into kneeling position. So kneeling up. Okay, and we're going to have our mini band around our wrist. If you don't have a mini band, you can use a TheraBand and tie it adequately tightly. Okay, so your wrists are going to be facing each other, and you're just going to pulse out here. So trying to keep your band quite taut at all times, so keep it about shoulder width apart all the time, and keeping your shoulders down away from the ears, and just pulsing out then, not letting your band come in too much where you have no resistance. So just reaching overhead here, really getting into those shoulder muscles, challenging ourselves so that we're not just crouching up with our shoulders. Gonna aim for about 10 reps. Ooh, this one is tough on those shoulders. Okay, scrap that, scrap that, scrap that. Okay. So next, we're going to do our arm set. So we're going to do some different ones today. We're going to do the single arm row. We're going to do push-ups. And we're also going to do a tricep dip. So 2 different ones in there today, but let's try them out. So we're going to do 3 sets of our arm set. So first of all, I'm going to try that tricep dip. So this one, come into kneeling, and you're just going to strap one bit of your mini band across your shoulder here. So hold it, you can hold your thumb in there like so. And you are just going to be pulling down opposite way with your tricep. Okay, so first of all, we're going to be doing the arm pulses. So I'm just going to go with our mini bands just around our wrist, like so, and having your arms just about shoulder width apart. So having that bit of resistance to start with, and make sure your shoulders are down away from the ears. So for this one, we're going to aim for about 40 seconds to start with. Tough exercise as it goes along. So, okay, ready, starting clock. Okay, so just pulsing out, raising those arms up overhead, not letting your band come in too much so that there's no resistance. Just pulsing out, really nice small movements. Keep going, pulsing, feeling that across our shoulders, our upper arm muscles there. Okay, another one. Well done. Okay, that's a tough one there. New one for you. Okay, other new one is the single arm row. So we're just gonna have one leg tucked in like so, and the other outstretched with a slight bend. So you can vary how much you bend your knee here. So the harder you want to exercise, the more you can elongate your legs. So just maybe start with it bent and then see how you're going. So you're just gonna loop the band around the sole of your foot here and grab it with your opposite arm, and sitting up straight, nice and tall, core tucked in. You're gonna pull that band back. So really pulling back and tucking that elbow in. So not pulling out, pulling back. Kind of sliding your elbow across your ribs. Just feel like that. Again, aim for about 10 to 12 reps here. It really gets into our pecs and our shoulder blades. Good chest opener. Well done. And switch sides. And again, if you need to elongate that leg a bit, challenge yourself. But it is a new exercise, so don't be too hard on yourself. I really love this one. I think it really opens up the chest here, and really important as well to fully open up with that shoulder blade here, so it should nearly feel like it's popping out of the socket. Not really though, but that kind of idea. Really pulling back, feeling that shoulder blade. Good. Okay, and now into our beloved push-ups. So, okay, again, as always, keeping that good alignment. Hands under shoulders and slower on the descent. Okay, so get yourself well set up here and into the push-up. So aim for 2 more than you normally do, okay? And aim for 12. Okay, good job. You're keeping going, keep going. Okay. So we get set up again for the mini band pulses. Okay. So mini band around the wrist, palms facing each other. Keep those nice wide shoulders, resistance on the band, and lifting and lowering those arms up overhead, pulsing the band out, shoulders away from the ears. So just moving the arms here. 45 seconds on the clock this time. Shouldn't get too many done here. We're not flying through the movement. Oh, you really feel that in the shoulders. Okay, going. Another 10 seconds. Keep that resistance in the band, reaching up overhead. Last few seconds. And lower, well done. Loosen out the shoulders there, roll them back. Up to your ears and back down, rolling back and off the way. Okay, well done. And into our single arm row again. So one leg in, one leg stretched out. So the arm opposite leg, pulling back, that clenched fist, keeping really upright. So you shouldn't be moving your body with this movement. You should just be keeping it up nice and straight. So it's like you're just rowing hands only with one arm. Keeping that core tight, belly button in towards the spine. Okay, and another point with this one on the release, you want to be releasing really nice and slowly on the eccentric phase. So fighting the pull of that band. If you're not feeling much with this one, do straighten out that leg, but make sure you can feel it with the shoulder blade still, that you're doing the exercise properly. Okay, good. And push-ups. Hands under shoulders, core tight, ribs tucked in. Okay, let's go. Okay, good job. Good job, good job. Now last set of our arms. Ready. So pulses, I all seem to go into the wrong one. Okay, pulses. These aren't my favorites. Okay, but it has to be done. Arms outstretched, palms facing each other and lifting and lowering. So keeping that constant resistance in the band. 45 seconds. 10 seconds gone. Nice, slow, controlled. Ooh. Crack on my shoulder there. One more. And back down. Well done. Okay. Now into our single arm row. Try start on the other side this time, see if it makes any difference. Okay. Pulling back, pulling that shoulder blade back. Keeping your core nice and tight here. Nice upright position. Only moving with the arm. Pulling back rather than out. Back towards the body. Good job. You should feel your chest opening up all the time. Okay. Side. Really pulling back. Squeezing those shoulder blades. And also keeping that wrist nice and straight rather than pulling with your wrist. Okay, good job and push up. Woo! Okay. Hands under shoulders. And let's go again. Breathing out on the way back up. Good job. Okay, that is our arm set. Well done, all done for today. Now into our core. So that's the last set for today. So we're going to do 3 sets. We're going to do V-ups, planking and side planks, and we're going to do variations for each of them if you want them a bit more challenging. Okay, so let's get to it. So we're going to do 45 seconds for our planking. I'm also going to show you some jack knifing, it's called. Okay, so let's get started. So plank, good stable position, strong back, tight core, pushing the ground away from you on your forearms. If not, you can also go onto your knees for the plank if you find this more comfortable or as a regression. Really sucking that belly button in towards the spine. And the sawing I was talking about is just flexing up and back with your feet, moving through the forearms as well, trying to keep that same position with your back and the rest of your body. So that's the progression there. Good one. Okay, and lower, that's the 45 seconds. So for the next one, you can do the body saw all the way through if you want, if you feel up for it. And now we're going to go into our side planks. Okay, so elbow under your shoulder and extending up through the hips. So shoulders stacked, hips stacked, and everything in line, looking straight ahead. And we're just gonna lift and lower here through our hips. So really feeling this through our obliques. Can have our top arm extended or on our hips. And 30 seconds each side here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And lower. Good job. Opposite side. Okay, same thing goes. Everything stacked and lifting and lowering. So your elbow should be underneath your shoulder, hip stacked, knees stacked. Really extending through those hips. Feel it across the obliques here, looking straight ahead. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Okay, now into our V-ups. Another original exercise. So again, ease in, ease out, ease in and out, and moving from the hips. Aim for about 30 seconds here. Again, we have another 2 rounds of this. Breathe out at the top, keeping that nice straight back, and lower. Good job. So really important with that one, to keep your straight back, really tight core. Stop if you're feeling your back is kind of seeing or anything like that. Having said that, your back really should be straight, but there's obviously a natural curve. Everyone's back is different as well, but should just be in a neutral position. Not only backs are poker straight. Okay, so into our planking again, 45 seconds, and we can try and do the body saw as well for this one, or for a bit of it. Okay, 45 seconds, let's go. Alternatively, plank on your knees as a regression here, but if not, do try plank on your toes. Okay, ready, go. As you breathe out, really sucking your belly button in towards your spine. Okay, sawing back and forth, so flexing and extending that foot and moving through the forearms, not dipping with the hips, keeping that back in the same position as you move or saw over and back. This is a progression from normal plank, keeping your normal plank. If you find this too challenging, looking straight below you. Ten more seconds. And drop, well done. Okay, I think I miscalculated the time there. Okay, but going into side plank now. All right. Side plank, ready, and go. Again, you can just side plank here if you're comfortable. You want to add more of a challenge, you can do the dips. Okay, 30 seconds here. Make sure everything stays in line. Looking just straight ahead. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. And drop. Opposite side. So same thing here. Good alignment and extending up through the hips. Lifting and lowering. 30 seconds on the clock. Really extend those hips up, locking that belly button in towards the spine, looking just straight ahead, keeping that head in line with the rest of your body, not sagging down. 3, 2, 1, and drop. Well done. Okay, and into the ups again. Yeah, the ups. So with this one, use the arms, or just like me today, I'm gonna have them behind me. Okay, so 30 seconds, let's go. Knees in, body in, knees out, body out. So hinging from the hips, very like the rowing movement. Keeping that back nice and neutral, nice and straight. Strong core, belly button in towards the spine. Using that core to pull you up and leverage you back down. Moving like a pendulum, focusing on one point in front of you. And lower slowly. Good job. Okay, one more set here. So take a little breather. We'll get back into our planks and then our V ups. And then that is it for today. Our 6th Balance is Better workout. Okay, back into plank again. Challenge yourself. Ready, go. Tight core. Nice long neck. Looking just below you, maybe centimeter or 2 above the hands. Tight glutes as well, don't forget about them. Your weight should be equal over your hands and your feet. Of course, if your body's sawing, it will change a bit, but not spiking up with hips as you do this. Keeping that nice stable position, just sawing through something nice and evenly. For 3, 2, 1, and lower. Good job. Okay, back into side planks and extending if we can. Okay, stretch out your lats here a bit. Okay, and elbow under shoulders and extending up. Hold on. 30 seconds on the clock. Trying not to steer. Here goes my earphone. Everything stacked. Well done. Opposite side. Rotate straight onto your opposite side if you want to. Raise to go full. Okay. Pushing up through those hips. Lead across the obliques, everything stacked. Looking straight ahead. 10 seconds. That earphone. 3, 2, and 1, and lower. Good job. Okay. And V-sit, final set. Back into it. Okay, so I'm bringing the arms for this one. If you want to stand yourself for the last set. So arms out, legs in, arms in, legs out. That always makes me up. Okay, so right, 30 seconds here again, keeping that nice straight back. The arms distract you too much from your core movement. Don't bother. Your core engagement, I should say. 10 seconds. And lower, good job. Okay, so that's us for today. Thank you so much again for taking part. Really hope that you're improving some of your exercises, or at least one or two, just focusing on the few that you really want to improve. And again, we have a challenge again for today. If you want to choose your own challenge, fine. Make sure to suit yourself and work on what you need to, but this is just an idea. So sit to standing here. You may have done it if you did any Zoom workouts this week. Okay, so sitting to standing without using your hands. I find the easiest way is just rolling up. Okay, so I probably use the momentum of my arms there a bit, but the point is not to use your arms on the floor to push you up. So really trying to use your core here, also with the momentum to get you up off the floor. But figure out are there any better ways that you can do it. Maybe you can do it. Yeah, they're all different ways, but see with your friends, challenge them if you want to have a Zoom session, and see how you can sit to stand the fastest or the most effectively, and have a bit of fun with it. So yeah, that's it for today's session. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks, bye.